Support for NPR Business News comes from NetApp, providing storage and data management solutions designed to help business go further faster. Learn more at netapp.com.
NPR's Business News starts with the candy standoff. A merger drama is underway between Cadbury and Kraft Foods. Yesterday, the U.S. food giant Kraft made a surprise bid for the British chocolate maker. The $17 billion offer was swiftly rejected. Kraft is not backing down, though it may have to sweeten its bid. Cadbury is now the world's second largest candy maker after Mars. If Kraft does pull off a merger with Cadbury, it would instantly own new brands and distribution channels in more markets, making it an even larger presence in the global food industry.
And the industry organization representing oil and gas companies has been organizing rallies around the country to oppose an energy bill in Congress. And yesterday, the coal industry joined the campaign. Reporter Jessica Lilly of West Virginia Public Broadcasting was at one event.
On Labor Day, thousands of coal miners, their families, and supporters trekked to a reclaimed mountaintop removal site in southern West Virginia. They heard Fox News host Sean Hannity, rocker Ted Nugent, and country star Hank Williams Jr. Volunteers encouraged them to sign a petition against the cap-and-trade bill, which would regulate the amount of greenhouse gases industries may release. Massey Energy is one of the largest coal producers in the nation. CEO Don Blankenship told the crowd he spent $1 million on the event. He questioned the reality of climate change and attacked former Vice President Al Gore.
In Washington, they sometimes say that those of us in Appalachia need help because we're not very smart. But we're smart enough to know that only God can change the Earth's temperature, not Al Gore.
A recent poll shows more than half of West Virginia voters are against cap-and-trade legislation, even though 2/3 believe climate change is a serious concern. West Virginia's two Democratic senators, Robert Byrd and Jay Rockefeller, haven't said how they plan to vote on the cap-and-trade bill. For NPR News, I'm Jessica Lilly in Charleston, West Virginia.
And a couple of entrepreneurs in New York have spent the last 5 years trying to get New Yorkers hooked on a new drink, coconut water. They seem to be having some success, enough at least to get Pepsi and Coke to buy in. Ilya Meritz of member station WNYC reports.
You could compare coconut water to the Soccer World Cup, a huge deal in Latin America, Africa, and Asia. In the US, not so much. But that's changing. Mike Curbin co-founded Vita Coco in 2004.
What we're trying to do is take the most popular beverage in the tropics and share it with everybody north of the tropics.
Last month, Merrill Lynch released its first ever analysis of the coconut water market. The paper noted that annual sales have grown from near zero 5 years ago to $30 to $35 million today. Curbin says when he first tasted the juice of young coconuts while on a vacation in Brazil, he didn't think much of it.
My first sip was really, I was unsure of what it was. It's like water with a little bit of a taste, a little bit of a texture, a little bit of a sweetness.
And not particularly coconutty. A tough sell for American palates, Curbin admits. But when he learned that coconut water contains lots of electrolytes, like Gatorade, he and a partner decided to test the American market. They chose New York for its high concentration of fitness-conscious people and immigrants from countries where coconut water is popular.
And the week we launched the brand, Zico came out on the market at the same exact time.
Vita Coco's rival for the past 5 years has been Zico, another coconut water. Both brands use Brazilian coconuts and both come in Tetra Pak juice boxes. Now they're battling for dominance in delis and supermarkets. Zico founder Mark Rampolla says it's actually a good thing he had a competitor from day one.
Helped both of us gain credibility with retailers, with distributors, with investors, with salespeople. But, figuring that if there are multiple brands that are being successful in a category, it must be legitimate.
One of the first to take a chance on coconut water was Brooklyn deli owner Ralph Jawad. For a while, it sold slowly, maybe a case a week.
Then all of a sudden, we was ordering like 10, 15 cases a week. And it sold good, and every time people came in, They would just come and ask for coconut water.
Now Jawad is constantly getting visits from coconut water distributors. He's found he can cut deals with them in exchange for valuable space on his refrigerator shelf.
Like the salesman will come in and he'll be like, I'll give you a case next month on me.
Jerry Kermouche of Beverage Business Insights says these informal relationships between entrepreneurs, distributors, and store owners are the yeast that allows new drinks to develop before they hit hard-to-crack chains like 7-Eleven.
It's kind of like a thriving little ecosystem. They spot these brands, they get them out there, and then soon enough they're snatched away by a big company like Coke or Pepsi.
Beverage entrepreneurs everywhere are chasing a dream from when the market was hot. Coca-Cola's 2007 purchase of vitamin water for $4 billion. Times have changed, but Coke and Pepsi are still looking for the next big thing. In August, Pepsi bought Brazil's largest coconut water producer, Amacoco. And last week, Coca-Cola took a minority stake in Zico for $15 million. For NPR News, I'm Ilya Meritz.
4 people were arrested over the weekend after trying to take a 100% stake in a large chili pepper. They were trying to steal the green and red chili pepper logo from the roof of a Chili's restaurant in Bennington, Vermont. And that is our last word in business today. Hot property. The heist involved 470 feet of extension cord. They ran it from an outlet at the Home Depot across 4 lanes of traffic and up to the roof of the restaurant. One of the thieves was using an electric drill to try and remove the logo from the roof of the restaurant, but the alarm system went off. Who knew that the chili pepper would be alarmed? Went off around 4:30 in the morning, alerting police. One suspect allegedly wanted to give a friend that red-hot chili pepper. And that's the business news on Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Steve Inskeep.
And I'm Renee Montaigne.
Support for NPR comes from NPR member stations and from Lumber Liquidators, hardwood flooring direct from the mill. Information at 1-800-HARDWOOD or lumberliquidators.com. From ASCD, an educational leadership association for best practices and policies at ascd.org. Learn, teach, lead. And from Sit for Less, offering all colors of the Herman Miller Aeron chair online, including Sit for Less True Black, online at sitforless.com. This is NPR.
You're listening to KCRWWorldNews.com. This is KCRWWorldNews.com. Coming up next is news from NPR's Morning Edition. For a complete program schedule and KCRW's podcast directory, including To The Point and Left, Right, and Center, go to KCRW.com. For what's happening in independent music, listen to KCRWmusic.com, streaming 24/7.
Good morning. The start of school for many children comes with political controversy over a televised presidential message in the classroom. We'll have more in this hour Morning Edition from NPR News. This is the week when the president asks Congress for action on health care. I'm Steve Inskeep.
And I'm Renee Montaigne. America may be the ultimate consumer society, but we haven't always seen ourselves that way. We'll review the history of American penny pinching. In Baghdad, when a shopping mall opened last spring, neighbors hoped for a normal life. Now violence is back.